is learning AutoCAD, and in fact, I am sort of in a reinvention mode where I've spent nearly 30 years working with computers, from which I spent 15 years or so to do database administration. That should be fine. Database administration and system administration, and now I want to do something different. Still computers, but um, different. I did AutoCAD for the first time back in 1993. That kind of gives you an idea of how old I am, and I liked it very much. And so I decided that perhaps this is something I can try. So the instructor at the school gave us a number of um, objects to draw or draft, as the word might be. Okay, I'm just checking that yes, we are recording, and yes, we are sharing, switching between two different screens. Hopefully it works. I will check later. Um, and right now we are doing 1 and 3 angle projection. I think it's called 1 and 3. And it consists of 3 projections of an object: a front projection, and the object that you see right now, um, the front projection is the lower left one. The top projection is the upper left one, and the right side is the lower right one. And the upper right one is, I don't know what it is, but it is helpful piece of um, drawing to draw the objects. And so we're given these pictures of 3D objects, and we have to mentally figure out the top projection, the front projection, and the right side projection, and do them all in a in this format. So one thing you do in AutoCAD is you set up defaults. So for example, previously I have set up names for layers and definitions for them. So there's an object layer, there's a hidden layer, there's a dimension layer. And so you see they're different colors, but you can define different uh, line widths and line types and colors. So in this case, we have um, yellow, supposed to be punctured line, dotted line. This is the hidden items, and the green line is the actual things that you see. And so you set up these defaults, and you can save them as a template and then open up the template. But one of the ways you can approach this is you can take a drawing that you've created, open it up, and then just erase everything and save it as a different file. The definitions, for like the dimensions and whatever other definitions, they will be there. So I chose the erase command, and so you either choose the commands from the ribbon up top, um, or you type them in, and you obviously end up doing both because you may not know all of the commands, and it may be easier to select some of the commands. Like, for example, when drawing holes or circles, I pick from the ribbon because then I can say circle radius or circle diameter rather than type those things in, but you can do whichever. So we're doing arrays, and we do click and select everything. Click. So everything's selected, and I press enter, and it disappears. I just realized that, oh, there's my mouse. Okay, and now before we uh, lose this drawing, we immediately gonna save this empty file. So you see previous drawing was a safety key, and what we're gonna draw this time is we're gonna draw finger guide. So we'll call it finger guide. And one of my classmates actually adds the 2D or 3D to the name of the file, because we have already actually tried a little bit with AutoCAD Inventor, and did some 3D actually yesterday. Sort of set in on a class. We're gonna learn this in the program anyway. Um, but so in the future, I may be naming my files. I'm not exactly familiar with what this dimension uh, plate signifies, so to speak, but it just a human nature habit, I guess, is to do this. So here's I'm doing the ribbon. I'm doing the rectangle and the ribbon. What do we have? We have rectangular polygon. If I type the letter R, it'll start. So REC would give me rectangle. Press enter, and it says where's the first uh, corner, where's the second corner, and we just draw a rectangle. Now, once we drew the rectangle, right now, this is a one single object. If we click on it, you see it selects the whole object. I'm going to press escape. But what I need is I need 4 separate lines that are interconnected. So I'm going to do the explode command, and you see it doesn't have a shortcut. You have to type it all in. But not it starts to show it as you type. So I can actually select it, and you see in the command line here it says explode select objects, and it prompts me select objects here too. So I select this object and press enter, and that's what did it. It still says select object, so I can continue with the command. So I can press enter. Oh, that continues the command. So I'm going to do escape. Escape took me out of the explode command. So now if I select, you see I've selected just one line, selected another line. So these are now separate objects. Okay, this is setting us up for the initial 4 projections. I don't have the picture of the 3D piece we're drawing. I may include it later into the video, but it's called finger guide, and I am going to decide what is going to be my front projection and my top projection. So now I'm going to define the outer boundary uh, boxes for those projections, front, top, and right side. So let's do the front one. And I'm using the offset command, and that's basically gives me an ability to copy um, a, an object and offset it by a certain amount. So in this case, it's going to be a line, and I can see that the total length of the front is going to be 4.12, and that's what we type in. We press enter, then it says select object. We select this line and move the mouse to the right so that the resulting line is on the right. Oh, something happened. Offset 4.12. Oh, I didn't click, so I gotta, left click with the mouse. Um, See, it still says select objects to offset, but it's going to be doing a different size if I, or same size. Now, actually, it asks me. So the top projection has the total width of 2.3. 2.3. Enter. Oh, but now we moved the line we had. Okay. Well, we'll do that then. I'm going to press enter, and I'm going to instead press spacebar to get into an offset mode again and repeat the 4.12 for the length. No, there it is now. What is going on? Okay, I'm going to escape. Um, now I need the height for the front projection. So offset again, and the height is 1.5. So I select the object to offset. Didn't work for some reason. I'm gonna escape, exit out of it, offset 1.5. Maybe I was too far from it, or so there's 1.5. And the offset command is up on the yeah, it's offset right there. That's the offset command. It doesn't have um, a title next to it. So now we gotta do the right side view, and that's 230. It didn't ask me for the size. 2.3. See, that's something I'm still trying to get a handle on, is when does AutoCAD ask you? I'm gonna escape. Um, so now I'm gonna trim. So I have so these squares or rectangles, this one, this one, and this one here are the outer dimensions of those projections that we want to create from a 3D object. It could be a physical 3D object we're measuring and we're creating this. Um, um, but in this case, we're following a 3D drawing. So I'm going to use the trim command, and you type TR, and that's what comes up, trim command. So now I'm going to click, move the mouse, click, and that selects everything. So what that means is all of the lines, all of the intersections, all of the whatever. So now I'm going to click, move the mouse, click again, and that erased 4 lines. I wish the trick worked for the next set of 2 lines, but you see it erases the lines, in this case in the lower left, in the front projection. So I can't do it. I'm gonna do it one by one. Move the mouse, and that's where, yeah. See, whenever AutoCAD is kind of an interesting beast. And see, now I actually even lost the command, and so now I'm defining, press enter, and now I can erase this one. So I'm gonna uh, do that again. I'm gonna press enter to get out of the command. I'm gonna press spacebar one time, and that gets me into the trim command again. And so first I select objects that define the boundaries of what I'm going to trim, then press enter. And now I can select the lines uh, to trim them, and then press enter to finish the command. Um, but then it's follow up by escape to really get out of all the commands. So now I need to move these rectangles closer to each other, and that's going to be a move command. And up at the top, we have the move command right there, but it's just the letter M for the move command. And we're going to click, move the mouse, click. See, click, move the mouse, and click, not click and drag trying to select, which is what we're used to from other programs. But that's not how it works in AutoCAD. So, oh, now I got to press enter. Now it says specify base point. Doesn't matter where, we'll just click it, and we move the mouse. Once again, I'm not dragging, I'm not holding the mouse button. Now I click again. That moved two of those rectangles. Once again, click, move the mouse, click, press enter to move on to the next portion of the command. And now just move the mouse to make the rectangles closer to each other, and click. We're not so much concerned about the size. Press escape. So the middle button on the mouse. See, AutoCAD needs 3 buttons. Um, that's why even the laptops that are used for drafting are usually special laptops that are in the quote unquote workstation class of a laptop, and they have 3 buttons on the touchpad. Um, if not, I'm using a consumer class laptop, but I'm not running AutoCAD on it. It wouldn't be able to. I am remoting into a machine where I can do this. But I am using a mouse. I'm using a wireless mouse so that I have 3 buttons, so that if I click the middle button and drag and keep it down, I can drag. And then of course the wheel on the mouse allows me to zoom in, zoom out. That wouldn't be very easy on a laptop with the touchpad either. So we've got our outer boundaries. So now let's start drawing what we would call features of the object. And the instructor wants us to learn how to first complete drawing the feature in all of the views before moving on to another feature. And so he uses the offset command a lot, and it's a nice way to speed up drawing. Okay, this was 0.94 offset. This one is going to be 0.76. Spacebar, spacebar, 0.76. So I'm in the very first AutoCAD class in the program, so I think the idea is to teach us to read the drawings, to be able to read the drawings, and okay, let's see, what is this? There's 150 minus 0.44. Aha, that one doesn't give us an, oh, okay, so this one doesn't have angles. This one is doing all of these things. There's only a radius, but there are no, oh, actually there's one angle I see on the top piece. So that 0.44 line, I don't really need to draw it because that will be shaven off in the right side view. Whoops, trying to drag with the wrong mouse. So this line is going to um, we can attach another line to it. We're not offsetting. Escape. Press the line command. Line. Start from the intersection, and we've got the orthogonal. Uh, press enter to finish drawing the line, but we're still kind of in the line command. But we get this in the right side feature, and then how are we doing the top part? What measurements do we have? We have 1.5. No, 2.30 is the width. 1.5 is the cutout on the back. But I am interested in this. What's the word? There's actually a word for it. It's called chamfer. But the chamfer is gonna be done. All right, let's try it. I am not. Select first line. Select second line. And now it says it said angle. No, it didn't work. I was too slow. Well, let's see what CHA. CHA is chamfer. Chamfer. Select first line. Select second line. Shift select to apply corner distance angle. Okay, I'm not. No. Okay, but I do need this chamfer. Well, actually not necessarily. I have 150 minus 0.44. So do the offset, and we say 1.5 minus 0.44. Just recently I learned that you can enter dimensions or commands that way. Requires numeric distance 2 points or option keyboard. Specify offset distance. Well, the other rule is keep a calculator next to you. I could have offset from the top, yeah. So actually that's what I'm going to do. So escape, escape, escape. So offset 0.44. That's the measurement we're given. And so we select this line and we go 0.44 down. And then at the top, what measurement do we have? Oh, we don't have a measurement. That's where we're going to draw a line now. And the angle is 30, but we're drawing from this. So let's see. Is the angle going to be 60? Okay, I'm going to try and see if it's going to, it's still in the offset command. Okay, so line command, and this is a shortcut. At sign, length of a line, we'll just say 1, and then less than sign, or this greater than sign. And I'm going to try 60 degrees. That looks actually right. 60 degrees. So now we can draw. So press enter to finish this command. So now we can draw another line. We can mirror this one. MI gets us into the mirror command. So we do select objects. Now press enter, saying that we finish selecting objects. I'm going to use a shortcut for middle point, MID. I'm going to select the middle point on this line and go down. And I have orthogonal mode locked in, and then press enter to finish drawing. So now if we do trim and we select this line as the trim line and then enter, and now we can select objects to trim off and then press enter to finish the command so that we're not in the command. It doesn't give me a measurement, so I'm going to double check myself. I'm going to uh, do an angular measurement from here to here. Okay. This is being squirrely. Yeah, no, that's not the way. I was measuring wrong lines. So I'm going to do undo, undo. Okay, let's move this a little bit and let's do angular. See, I don't exactly know how to call up. The angle is from here to here, and it tells me it's 47 degrees, and that's not right. It's supposed to be 30 degrees. So I did not compute correctly, and it's even weird because 47, I thought I specified 60. And so 90 minus 60 should be 30, not 47. So erase, and I can erase this dimension like this, and then erase, select this, and select this as well. I'm gonna do control save. Once in a while you see it comes up with a Q save command. So let me figure out this angle once again. So if it's 30 degrees, oh, Okay, okay, I got it. There are 180 degrees in a triangle. So 180 minus 30 minus 90. 60 degrees. So okay, I'm gonna think that I didn't. And at sign, at sign 2, and then less than, and then 60. Okay, that's a steeper line. And let's double check our work. The angle we're looking for is this angle. 60 degrees this way, but it's supposed to be 30 degrees that way. Okay, a triangle is 180 degrees. Minus 90 minus 30, 60. Yeah, I mean, this one actually looks like 30. So, so if we do angular again and do it from this line to this line, we're getting the 30. Well, I apologize that I am taking all this time, but like I said, I am just a learner. So shift at sign 2 less than. Actually, huh, I realized I should be doing it over here because I'm doing the calculations based on this side less than 60. Oh, we are in the absolute. So if it's 60 this way, then we need another 60, which is 120. Erase. Okay, one more try. Line, starting point, at 2 less than 120. Press enter and press another enter. And now let's do angular dimension. Angle between here and here is 60. Why am I not getting at it? Well, I'm going to draw a line with 30 degrees. At 2 less than 30. Oh, no. it would have to be 30 plus 90. Well, that's 120. Oh, well, that's my mistake, because if I need 60 on the other side, so if my angle is, okay, I'm looking at this totally wrong. I'm looking at this totally wrong. And this is the part of the exercise, is translating all these. Um, so it is 60 degrees, but it's going to be, imagine that this is the minus 30. Okay, we need 150. Don't ask me how I figured that out. You just have to add 2 less than 150. Okay, so now if I do angular measurement from this line to this line, I've got 30 degrees. Yoo-hoo! Wonderful. Escape, escape, escape. Let's trim this line up. Trim, enter, select, enter. Now let's do mirror so that we don't have to figure out the, okay, select the object, enter, and now MID for middle of the line. So middle here, orthogonally projected onto the other side. Bingo, just like that, magic. See, the thing is that we're not given on the chart, on the drawing, we're not given this distance. So we had to draw lines to figure this out. So let's do trim and say this line and this line. Press enter. Should let me delete this piece and this piece. Oh, okay, I can delete this piece too. Okay, good. This piece, this piece. What about this one? This one too. Perfect. This one and this one. Perfect. Okay, press enter. We're finished with this, but as the instructor um, teaches us, is that we gotta draw all of the lines. And so I'm going to draw a line from here to here. We could have just used measurements because we do have the measurement for that one. Trim. Okay, these are my borders. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Press enter. I actually don't need this one either, so trim. This is a little tedious, but I think he really wants us to learn the good practice of not leaving things um, unfinished before doing a different piece of the drawing, because then um, you're likely to forget something. I'm gonna keep the outer rectangular lines for now. Okay, all right. So we did the chamfer, we did it manually, but now we need it up here. In fact, we didn't even uh, do this feature. So we need to make sure that we do this feature. Now we're going to draw a line that will serve as a mirror. So there's a line. And so now we're going to draw, especially since we do not have the dimensions. You know, I mean, we could measure it now, we can dimension it now, um, but this is a trick to transfer it in a mirror-like fashion. And this is a visible feature. Let me remind myself what's going on with this line. Yeah, this line is not going to be seen. That's up there. Okay, so now trim. Okay, how much do I want to trim and how much would it let me trim? Okay, these two lines disappeared. These two lines disappeared. These two lines disappeared. Now these ones, for some reason, do not get trimmed. That's just the uh, nature of AutoCAD. I don't entirely understand it. Enter. Pick this line. So tedious, but gotta erase. Yes, erase erases the whole line. So I do need to use trim to say this is the cutoff point. Okay, so am I caught up on all the feature on this feature? Yes, I am. So the next feature we can tackle is the chamfers on the top projection. So we're gonna offset. First we need to say 1.9, offset of 1.9 from here to here, and then we have a measurement of, this is tricky. We have a measurement for a middle line, which, what is our total width here? Is 230. So we can do offset and then 230 divided by 2. Is that gonna work? Nope, didn't like it. So okay, we're out of the offset command. Well, 230 is going to be 1.15. So this is there are different ways of finding the middle line too. And then we've got 0.78 as the width of the which is 0.39 offset. So we do offset. .39. There we go. Strange. See, that's what I mean is sometimes it asks you before doing the offset. Sometimes it's asking you after doing the offset. And then we have a distance of 1.12 offset. Oh, okay. We're still in the offset command. Offset. When offset 1.12. Okay, that looks like it is on the object. So press enter to get out of it. And so now we're going to draw a circle with a diameter because 0.78 is the diameter that we're given. So the center is in the intersection here and the diameter is 0.78. Yep, that did it. Okay. And then we have I'm breaking the rule. I'm not doing the 0.46. I'm not doing the feature in the right order. You have 0.46. Click enter to get out. Okay, lots of lines that we'll need to erase. But at this point, I have the line from this point. Turn off the ortho for now to this point. See, this is actually, I'm going to do intersection to make sure that I'm doing the right stuff. So I'm going to do another line. I'm going to do intersection. You see it gives me a cross, and I'm going to do another intersection. That's like doing a one-off OSNAP uh, definition. So I'm going to do trim, and I'm going to select this whole shebang because I've got to trim a lot of lines. First of all, let's see. Yeah, all right, okay. We end up with a lot of lines. But I'm a beginner, so I can be forgiven. This line was a helping line. This stays. This stays. Some of these lines should be erased with erase command, not trim command. Yeah, because I selected everything, it remembered everything. This one we can get rid of. This one and this one, this one, this one. These, for some reason, you see, do not get selected. This one is green too, does not get selected. This one, oops. This one does not get selected. See, it's a little strange sometimes. How does AutoCAD decide? Yeah, see, that one is green. Okay, so I'm gonna press enter, try the erase command on these smaller ones, and then here at the top I now have to remember this was the helping line, and it looks like we ended up with double lines over here. That was the center line. So I'll have to figure out what to do about that, and I need to trim out this opening here. Okay, press enter. Let's see, what in the world do we do with having two lines? Oh my gosh, and question is, which one is which? And I'm not going to answer that question. I'm just going to have to repeat my process of drawing the mirror, because I no longer know. Oh, so I've deleted them all. Whoops. So now I have to escape line. Now I have to, let's do intersection. And let's turn on ortho with F8. F8. And then line, intersection. See the cross? That means an intersection. Okay, enter. Line, intersection. And obviously you can turn on intersection in OSNAP, but when you're dealing with lines, you end up with endpoints being in the same places as intersections. And so when you're moving the mouse, it kind of sort of flickers, and you don't exactly know what are you selecting. If your end line was not at the right spot, you know, you're zoomed out, you can see the tiny little gap that there might have been, then you are selecting the wrong point. And the way this instructor is teaching us to draw is through these helping tricks. But when I did AutoCAD back in 1993, I believe we did everything by coordinates. We were literally entering coordinate commands for absolute. So we had to figure out absolute coordinates. Okay, so now we have a hidden feature, and this right here, we need OSNAP. We need OSNAP that is gonna give us Uh, well, let's try tangent. It's gonna give us tangent. And let's turn on perpendicular as well. Once again, and that's what I was entering in. So when I was entering in INT, that is the same as intersection, and you see it tells you that it's displayed with an X. Okay, I am probably not doing this line correctly, but let's try to specify first point. No, no. Well, okay, that's fine. We'll move it. Or rather, we can say we'll offset it, and then we'll erase. So we know that that was diameter of 0.78, which is radius of 0.39. So we will offset it 0.39, and we're offsetting this line to over here. Enter, erase. So we get rid of this line, and now we got to do some trimming. So trim from here to here. And enter. Select the line and select it as a hidden layer. So there it is, yellow, but sometimes it shows up as an interrupted line and sometimes it doesn't. So now this whole chamfer rigmarole, we have to transfer that feature onto the right side projection. So once again, we're doing our lines. I'm going to do INT. There's my first line. There's my second line. There's my third line. See how it shows a square, but when I select INT, it locks on to the intersection line. So here I'm having an intersection only. And this goes down to, well, we have perpendicular, that's fine. Let's do that. But is it gonna touch? Looks like it did. See, here we don't have an end line. Here we have an intersection only. Whoops, what happened? Oh, I didn't click with the mouse. Click, move, click, enter, space bar, click, move, click, space bar. Enter, space bar, click, move, click. See, that's the whole thing, is that you don't drag in AutoCAD. You click and you move. You drag objects around, and when you do 3D, you rotate the cube to get the objects to rotate, but you don't. Well, those are actually lines. So the only ones that I need to trim are these. Those I can do with erase. So in any case, enter, So I can do this. Okay, that gets rid of those. Now let's try to see if the erase command gives us the selection mode. No! Erase one by one. Maybe there is a switch somewhere in the application that lets you do that. Okay, escape, and time to save. So these features from the chamfers are now on this right side view, and they're all visible. And so that's all good. So these were the harder parts. And now there is a cutout in the back. I would call it the back of the object. And so we'll draw that on the top view, and we'll do offset 0.4, offset this line 0.4, and this one 0.4, and it is 0.44 from the top. It's 0.26 deep, so we offset 0.26, enter, like that. So now I need to trim a whole bunch of stuff. So escape, trim, and let's select this whole shebang and press enter. And I know that that's gonna give me a lot of work. Let's see. Let's understand this. The cutout is here, 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 here. This doesn't erase. This can be erased. This, 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 but not this. Okay. Press enter. Erase. Disappear. Disappear. Okay, gone. So now we need to demonstrate this cutout over here. And we do a line. And let's do intersection. And then perpendicular. It's fine. So now trim from here to here. This little piece. Press enter. Select the line and change the layer. And it's on the hidden layer. And we also need this cutout indication on the right side view. We know that it is 0.40 deep, so I'm just going to draw it with an offset 0.40, enter, taking this object there, 0.40. So now we're going to use extend command and say extend, nope, didn't take it, EX, extend this to, no, extend, press enter, select what to extend to, press enter, then select what to extend, press enter. Spacebar to repeat the command. Select what to extend to, press enter. Select what to extend, press enter, and escape for good measure. So now we're going to select this object and this object. Well, they're lines. And click on hidden. Enter. There they are hidden. They are cutouts. We can see them at the top. And over here, we see, well, actually, we don't need this to be yellow. Up until the chamfer. Ah, here's something interesting going on. The cutout, yeah, no, the chamfer goes all the way. We don't get this line, because that's how far the chamfer extends. And then also I need to trim out the rest of my rectangle. And now this line is actually both a visible line and a hidden line, but the visible one comes first, so I change it to visible. So that's how the cutout goes, and that's how the chamfer goes here at the top. And then this line we don't see on this view either. Press enter. Okay. And what about this line? We do not see this line on this view either. See, what happens is you gotta start thinking about, in your mind as to how the object looks. I think this does it. So we're gonna save it. We can turn on the lines to be fatter. But now I am going to stop the recording, which, how do I